That was so nice. Oh, I see a lot of cosplays. Nice. Is that hot sauce cosplay? Yeah. You know what? I got gifted hot sauce like twice from people from the East Coast. Is that an East Coast thing? No? Okay.
Depends what the hot sauce is.
Huh?
Depends what the hot sauce is. There's like some more like specialty brands.
Yeah, a local brand.
And now we're just weird.
Yeah, I feel like we can get started.
Exactly.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
How are you all doing?
Great.
All right, great. So today we have a super special guest with us, all the way from Japan. She is a streamer, a cosplay model, an author, a voice actress, and a clothing designer. So yeah, she really does it all. Let's hear it for Shibuya Kaho. Thank you so much for coming to Anime Boston.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. I've never ever been to Boston, so I was really excited for this.
Yeah, how's your time in Boston been so far?
I just arrived like a little bit past 9 p.m. yesterday, so
Oh, wow.
I haven't like set a foot outside of this entire hall. I can already say much, but I had clam chowder, so.
But the hall's been good so far?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and I'm getting lobster later on, so I'm excited.
Is there anything in Boston you want to do while you're here?
Dunkin' Donuts. It left like probably 30 years ago in Japan, so.
Yeah, it's been a while since I left Japan, right?
So I definitely want to do that. Ben and Jerry's too, I think it left like 15 years ago in Japan.
Right, yeah.
So I really want to do that, yes. The food, all kinds of food.
All right. Well, Kao, you have been doing so much over the past few years.
Right.
You have done so many projects. So the first thing I wanted to ask you about was your book.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And thanks for bringing me that. We actually sold out our booth today, but you can order online on Amazon.
So you published this book last year, correct?
Yes, in
the US.
English, yes.
Okay. And when did you publish it before that in Japanese?
In Japanese, I think it was 2020. It was still the beginning of COVID.
Okay. So I have so many questions about your book.
Yes.
Did you do all the translating work by yourself?
I think editor mostly did that.
Oh, okay.
Because of the fact that translation was somebody else's hand, we kind of not issues, but we had to have a conversation like that's not how I talk, or it's just they use like too many F words. I use it sometimes like when I'm gaming, like oh damn or fuck or like, I told him like I don't use it at a bar, so can I just not use at the bar and just say like have sex work something, I don't know.
Right.
More tasteful.
So what was your process when you were writing this book?
Initially I was thinking about writing a book about the unique and kind of hidden industry, like a secretive industry in Japan. When I was even in the beginning, when I was a freshman in the industry too.
Yeah.
Because before that I was a sports journalist, or just journalist, but I had to follow baseball, and it was a sports newspaper company. So I've always been interested in writing. So I was gonna write a book about it. I was hoping to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So definitely everyone should get a copy of Shibuya Kaho's book.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to work on making another book, but it's more like a photo book, a concept book. It's not so much writing, but I'm thinking about producing and directing this kind of like a BL boys that posing book. Eventually to English community, but I've been talking to people.
Okay. Ooh, I can't wait to find out more.
Yeah, you know, I can't wait to direct the photo shoot. Like, can you just like, put your hand like this, or can you just like, look at each other more intensely, or yeah, I think I'm thinking about doing that kind of thing.
Okay, okay. Very cool, very cool.
Thank you.
So another project you recently worked on, you recently voice acted in an anime, correct?
Yes. Also, I got the chance to sing the Sing song too.
Yeah, yeah.
And thank you for bringing that album.
Oh, yeah.
She's very well prepared. She's voiced.
Yeah, so the anime is called Adam's Sweet Agony, right? So what is the title in Japanese?
もだえてよ、アダム君.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
That's the Japanese title.
Yeah, so can you tell me like about that particular series?
Right, because it's kind of like more like anime.
Oh.
It's, you know what you mean? It's anime and you can watch on TV, but it get heavily censored. And uncensored version is going to be like on subscription side or DVD, Blu-ray. It's kind of like we do the heroes in a way, or all those kind of a little bit risque. Sometimes it's extremely risque, but fun.
Okay. Yeah, tell us about your character.
So the middle one is the anime I worked on, and it's actually the first song, and I sang the song. That's my stupid singing song. And I did a tsundere character.
Oh, very fun.
Tsundere rich girl character.
Like, so, this was not your first voice acting role, was it?
I did like a small voice acting here and there, but not for anime.
Okay.
So I was really excited to work on this.
Okay. So, like, when you were voice acting this role, like, what was your like approach to the role?
Oh, instead of it's more about how. So when you interact with Japanese people in Japanese society, it's all about reading the room, like trying to get along and just see, not to stand out too much in a weird way, like a bad way. So I was just like, this is my first time just doing voice acting, and there were like other cast, and we were all in the same room, and I was like, what do I do? Like, do I stand and just say hello to them, like from me, or it's just, I didn't know the protocol there. So also there were 3 different microphones, and I didn't know which one I should choose. Eventually they have to lower the microphone because I'm very short. Eventually I got my own microphone. That was kind of tough to like see the process. You have to just, you know, I didn't want to excuse myself. I'm just inexperienced, but I just wanted to just fit in with them.
I love your cosplay today, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It looks great.
This is actually my first, game character waifu, like my first crush. Yeah, the game character. Because she was the only one in Street Fighter 2, and Street Fighter, the original, didn't have any women. She was the first female Street Fighter character. And boy, her attack command was really cool. And I just fell in love with her instantly. So I'm glad to be able to hop.
All right. Should we open it up to the Q&A, or?
Oh, yeah. Oh, is there any, I don't know, any thing? So we're gonna have a Q&A, and then I happened to have a script for the anime I worked on. This is the volume 1 from the first episode to 4th episode. So I'm thinking about gifting this to somebody with the best question. Maybe you can help me with that too.
Ooh.
Right, so yeah.
Pressure's on everyone.
So yeah, if you can, please come up and ask a question and wait till the very end. You might get chosen.
All right, so.
Yeah, sorry, I put all the highlight too.
Oh, very
Yeah,
cool.
that was my part.
Those are all your cards?
Yes.
Wow. All right, so I guess that we can start lining up.
Right, yeah, just, I don't know. I don't think there was any rule, just as long as it's appropriate.
Yeah, just as long as
nothing
it's
inappropriate,
appropriate.
Nothing that makes other people feel uncomfortable. Or,
Yeah, keep it polite.
And also, I think I didn't like introduce myself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, earlier about. Okay, so you know my name is Kaho Shibuya, and I like tackling so many different things, and I pop up on a lot of YouTube channels, and I like to arrange. Like sometimes I just ask them like, hey, why don't you do this, and like I can just arrange this, and let's go there, and then I have so many ideas, so I like working on each content in Japan, like what the F kind of, like what is this Japan? That fascinates me too, because sometimes like, I didn't know that existed in Japan. No, yeah, so I would say I don't have my YouTube channel yet actually, but I would say I'm a YouTube fixer. Actually, this person I work with the most succeeded VA, he once introduced me to his videographer as like, oh, she's my fixer. And then I said, she's my fixer. No, I think I am a fixer. Yeah. And voice acting and singing, I like to try different things. So regarding like any of my work, you can question about anything. So please, if you're interested, come up and ask questions.
Yeah, so if you have a question, you can line up.
You can be anonymous, like you don't have to use your real name. Maybe you can say which area you're from, like if you're from Boston, or if you're from any other area, please introduce yourself.
Right. Question?
Should we start?
I don't want to be
Hi, I'm from Boston also, and you said you do a lot of collaborators with a lot of other YouTubers, and you've gone to like cat cafes. I think you went to a pig cafe and latte art, and the I think my favorite one was like the scary 40-minute haunted house.
Oh, really?
Sorry, I don't know why that was my favorite, but it was really funny. What has been your favorite?
Oh, that's
to do?
happy. I actually enjoy the tokusatsu one a lot, the explosion. It was like out of nowhere in Tochigi Prefecture. So if you're a tokusatsu fan, you can recognize that cliff. And it was also pricey, and you have to use a car, otherwise like you can't really get there. So I could have done that. I don't drive. So that was really fun. Like we could do a little bit skit. So it felt like I could be a tokusatsu hero. So I really enjoyed that one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
First of all, you're a very pretty person. Thank you. I know that it's like a big joke that you're a regular at a lot of places.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like from a video shoot, but what do you think is your favorite place that you're a regular at?
Oh, my favorite place. I go to cafe in Tokyo a lot, just to focus on replying back some business emails, or I usually just procrastinate and just try not to do that. So when I'm at cafe, I feel like I wanna look like I'm working. It's like a Starbucks effect. Like it's fishbowly, and you feel like people are watching you, so you try to be a better person and act like you're doing something on the laptop. So I think cafe, actually, some of the cafes I actually do go very regularly. No joke.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. My name's Zoe. I'm from Rhode Island. And I just wanted to start off by saying you're like one of my most favorite women just in the world. You're beautiful.
Wow.
And I just like how nerdy you are. You're relatable. So I just really appreciate you as a person.
Thank you.
But my question is, what are your thoughts on your own personal experience in the JAV industry from like when you started to now? And is it negative or positive?
Both. I think mostly positive, actually, because but with any other jobs, like I guess not just. I mean, JAV is like adult video, like it's of course it's shady. Like you can never just tell. Yeah, you can actually feel that too. But I actually had a very interesting experience. It's just some of the bad experiences were really some were really bad, and I actually do have a lawsuit against like one of the production companies right now. I'll probably have I'm actually being invited to the what's FCCJ, like Foreign Correspondence always like the non-Japanese journalists in Japan. Like there is, I think, Chris Broad been there and trust this and had also a press conference there. I think it's FCCJ, and I'm pretty sure F stands for foreign. I don't know what those two C's. One has to be the correspondence.
Foreign Correspondence Club.
Oh crap! Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, Japan. In Japan. Okay. So I've been invited there. I'm actually going to have a live streaming press conference there.
Oh wow.
Next month. Yeah, they just gave me your email that I can talk about it. So yeah.
Oh wow.
It's April 18th or something. Mid-April, and I guess it could be a good chance to talk about the lawsuit too, because it's, how do I say? Well, I guess I hope you get to see that. I'm sure you, but even like during that press conference, I try to tell them that it's not all about negative. I'm not trying to take down the industry or anything. It's just I want something to be, some wrongs to be right there.
Yeah. Well, I wish you good luck in that.
Thank you.
And it's an honor to meet you.
Oh, likewise. Thank you.
Hello. My name's Genevieve. I'm from Boston. You talked about your adventures with Connor on these different BL kind of scenarios.
Yeah.
Is he going to be a model for your book?
Very good question. I am definitely thinking about it. I think yeah, that would be good for his YouTube content. Yes.
Thank you so much for your in Boston.
Thank you.
I'm just another local boy.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. I love all your collabs, by the
Oh,
way.
thank you.
If this is allowed, I have one serious question and one silly question.
Which do you want to go first?
Okay, so first the silly question is, he's about to do his third cyclethon. How many times will Connor fall off his bike?
How many times have he been fallen off, like the max number?
I think he's fallen about 5 times.
I'll say 3 then. I think he should have gotten better. He's not at the age of like, oh, look at my body's aching. No. He's only 20s, it should be fine.
All right, we'll set the over-under to 3.5.
Okay, so and now my more serious question is, what are some of the facets of the JAV industry that were around when you were doing it that you are most glad are no longer exist in the JAV unit?
It could be anything like rules or.
Yeah, like what are you glad of, like certain rules that have been put in place? What customs are no longer tolerated? Like what are you glad doesn't exist anymore from when you did?
Okay, I would say when I started, actually, they were going too easy on actresses, like female actors. Like we didn't have to bring our STD test result, but they were only asking men, like male actors, to bring STD results. So I thought that was kind of unfair. Yeah. Eventually, they don't do it. Everyone has to take a test very occasionally and on their own expense. So I think that I'm glad it changed. I think that. Of course, like still there is like pixelization, like it's called kind of mosaic panties or pixel panties. It's still there. I feel like it might be changed eventually in the future, and that's like one of the things that my role is about too. So sometimes like unedited raw content got leaked because in Japan usually you cannot really see anything beyond the mosaic. So people want to see it, and some people actually try to sell the content, like unedited content, and then try to get a lot of money. And nothing is going to actors, and it's even like illegal in Japan. So I think that should be still, changed.
Thanks, and I hope that Anime Boston becomes another place you're a regular at.
No, thank you.
Hi, my name is Epseline. I'm from near Worcester. And I was thinking about, so like pretty much if you asked like 10 people in the audience, would you move to Japan if you could? I'm pretty sure like a surprising amount of people would say yes.
Yeah.
However, I was thinking about, you know, there was a Abroad in Japan video that was like the top 10 worst things about living in Japan. And I was wondering, what's your least favorite thing about living in Japan?
Favorite thing is you can feel safe about going to convenience store in the middle of the night, like even 2 a.m. And it's just, you can just safely walk to convenience and come back and just eat your pudding or whatever. It's, I guess, especially for women, that's highly dangerous in a lot of countries. Well, I live in Tokyo, so it's all the time, like there's some kind of lights going on. It's never too dark. So I like that about living in Tokyo, definitely.
My question was least favorite.
Least favorite, oh my god. Least favorite. Oh, marriage system? Essentially, so if two Japanese people get married in Japan, and also like, it has to be heterosexual couple too, like no homosexual couple, married couple in Japan. So that's one thing that's like also included in the marriage system. But in Japan, when two Japanese people get married, one of them has to change their family name. And 96% of the time, the women change, and it's like a lot of paperwork. Like you can't hold on to your old family name. You can't even combine. So I think it's a lot of work, and I think it's unnecessary. And I grew up with very traditional type of parents. Like they told me that marriage is something you do. Like it's not something you have to do or you should do. It's just something you do. Well, they're also quite old. But I always thought that then not everybody can, at least like romantically if they're not heterosexual. So I've always thought it's kind of unfair. So I guess marriage system.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Michael from Long Island, New York. Reading your book, something that struck me as obvious in retrospect is that in the JAV industry, catching colds and minor illnesses are sort of a
Yes.
occupational hazard.
Yes.
Do you have like a favorite way of dealing with them, a favorite home remedy, a ritual you do when you're sick, anything like that?
Oh, I got sick so often, like in the book. Thank you for reading my book. Because everybody kind of sucking each other's tonsils, like that's and like you're mostly naked most of the time. And I know that all those sensitive parts are always like get friction. Like so, of course, I guess it was meant to happen, but I was like, okay, I can't keep doing this, right? What was the question again?
Do you have a preferred like ritual, home remedy, something you like to do to comfort yourself when you're sick?
So getting sick, I couldn't do much because if there is a job for you, you kind of have to take it. Otherwise, it's going to be going to somebody else. So I really have to push it physically. Let's say for some of the things that happened on the set, like I'm known for like bigger breasts than regular Asian girl. So, and there is a myth in Japan that the bigger the breasts are, the more insensitive your breasts are somehow. And I think some of the actors believe that too. They think like I'm numb, but like they just really treat them like one time an actor used one of my breasts as a towel. He had a skinhead, so I guess he got all the sweat and just tried to extend my breast and use it as a towel. That happens often because you can play with them, I guess. So I was like, okay, I don't want them to get saggier, so I think I went to all the best salons, like their salon or the best salon, like they have like a lot of different, it's like aesthetic salon and for breasts only. I think I almost went to all of them in Tokyo. And yeah, they are like a hand massage that I don't know how that works, but they were like really trying to get all the meat from the back to the front. There was some kind of device like they put and it beeps, and somehow they say like it's gonna, my breast gonna get rejuvenated from it. I don't know, it sounds like a scam. Yeah, but there was a device that they were putting on, or some like moisturizer or everything. There are also, what is it? You know, the astronaut has this like a head, like a transparent headpiece. Something like that for breasts there were. And then, yeah, I kind of felt like a science. Like they were just pumping with like sucking devices. And like I was lying on the bed. And if you lie on the bed with bigger or saggy breasts, you usually go to size, right? But they were like going up, and I could just see my breasts like. I knew that was going to help me get better shape. But I did use a lot of money on those like bath rejuvenations and all.
Did you feel better after these treatments?
I think it helped, probably. I was just hoping, I was just desperate.
Well, thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm from New Hampshire. So you've obviously worked on so many different projects. I mean, you've written a book. You're streaming right now. You know, you've done music. You've done voice acting. So you've reached thousands of people all over the world. So if you could have your fans take away one message from all of your work, what would it be? What would you want us to take away from your work?
That is so profound. I'm not that deep, I'm so shallow. When I joined industry, a lot of retired actresses or senpais told me to save your money. Because it's not, I guess it's not just the JV, but all the entertainment industry. You don't know when you cannot keep getting the same amount of money, or especially for young women, like adult industry, or those that kind of industry that kind of had a sex appeal. Like, use matters. Like they approach use, but you're not going to be young forever. So you have to think about this is not going to last forever, or what you're doing is not going to be available for you or for your audience. So you just have to be prepared for the worst. You can be optimistic, but just don't be stupidly optimistic about things.
So is that what you would tell your younger self if you were just starting out, if you could go back?
Right. If I could go back, I would say so. Yeah, I guess like saving money did probably, I didn't spend any stupid amount of money on, I haven't had any big purchases yet. I actually had a big purchase recently. I got accepted for a mortgage loan. So I am purchasing an apartment room. It's not big, but apparently like a mortgage loan in Japan, the rate is very good compared to the rest of the world because it's usually below 1%. And you can keep having that for 35 years. And that's also included with insurance. They told me like, if you die, like nobody has to pay for that. Yeah, I can just die without any obligations. That's pretty cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Dylan. I'm from New Hampshire, and I have actually two questions. One, any female character from video game or anime, who would you cosplay in the future?
In the future, so the ones like I haven't done yet, right? Like not.
Yeah.
I did Morrigan, or I did Mai Shiranui, those obvious ones. I actually am shooting this character from Yakuza series. She's a very hot Korean woman with like a purple pink hair. I commissioned a cosplay, I customized the wig, and I'm going to Yokohama for the photo shoot, so I'm excited about that.
Yep, and my second question is, have you ever read the Shaman King manga and watched the anime?
Yes, I actually haven't read new ones, though. Well, older ones.
Well, Thank you.
Thank you. He must down, Shaman King.
Hello, my name is Justin. I'm from New Bedford, Massachusetts. And the question I have is, you mentioned in your book that it's kind of ironic that from an outsider's perspective, the AV industry can be very seem degrading towards women, but you experience, that's ironic, you experience a lot more sexism when you're a reporter
Right.
than when you're in the industry. Can you give us share us a story or maybe an example of a situation that might happen in that regard?
Right. When you do a normal job, when you're doing well or when your client likes you, sometimes you get a condescending comment like, oh, because you're a young woman, that's why you're getting all the attention. Because I work at a sports newspaper company, it's just 90% male, and I actually went to girls only school until then, until high school. So the dynamic was so different. I got so many comments oh, why do you dress like that? You want to attract men from those senpai bosses. And they wouldn't take me seriously. And even if I have a success, oh hey, I wrote this article, and they think oh, because maybe those clients would like you just because you're a woman, just because you look young. So do you want to be if you're you've been mistreated or you've been underestimated, or they're just going to reduce you into women and not talented person, anything. So I got the frustration a lot. I got a lot of really rude or weird nicknames, like Boob-chan, something like that. Or a baseball player, he was even not in the 18, but he called me nude glasses. Yeah, Edo Megane was the word, phrase. Yeah, he said somehow, I guess women wearing glasses would come across as sexy to some women, so to men. So he just kept calling me nude, dirty glasses as a nickname, and I just felt those were needed, or I wouldn't be taken seriously with that kind of nickname. So, something like that.
Okay, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi.
So I won't be using my real name. So my name is Gregor, and I'm from Boston. And now throughout the years I've seen you done so many cosplays, ranging from Reiko from prison school, and you mentioned Maishu and Louis from Fatal Fury / King of Fighters. But I was seeing some other cosplay was very characters were from very niches Herculean from Princess Connect We Die. I was curious, what's your thought process when you want to cosplay these certain characters? Because sometimes I expect you cosplay these well-known characters, but at the same time, when you cosplay such niche characters, I get thrown out of left field.
So, your question is how do you decide which
Yeah,
character to
exactly.
cosplay?
Yes. Is this something you know beforehand, or is it something that character looks cute? I want to try to get to know the character before cosplay.
Definitely, a lot of ideas come to me while watching anime or playing games. This character might fit me, and that's usually coming from body type. Because you get better response when the character really fits you, physically, because cosplay about a physical look. I do tend to use the character with similar body type. I'm short, but I'll have tried a tall, big-breasted woman too, because you can kind of, cheat when you're having fun shooting. If you're standing next to somebody taller than you, then you can cheat, but if you're just you on the camera, you can kind of make yourself look taller or shorter.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it's more about the curviness.
It's like the illusion, basically.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, I see.
The
Okay.
body type, but not height.
I see. Gotcha. Well, thank you very much.
Hello. Hi. I'm
I'm super nervous. My name is Marianne. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. May I ask 2 questions?
Okay.
One serious and one kind of silly.
Oh, is that a trend? Is that a meme?
Okay. So,
Okay, you wrote it down. Thank
yeah,
you.
because I really wanted to ask this.
Oh.
So you are like a jack of all trades. You like to do anything. You mentioned that you are a video fixer. I would like to ask if maybe you are considering directing an anime or an anime film, if it may be in your future, or maybe would like to try another career.
I'm never thought of creating anime because I'm not animator, like I'm not good at drawing, but I've always been interested in maybe studying animation art. Might be cool at some point in life. Definitely not there yet.
So my silly question, as a fellow Fujoshi,
Very good.
what BL manga would you like to have as an anime?
Oh, well, some of them got animated already. I forgot the title. Damn.
I can say it in Japanese.
Oh, okay. I read a lot of BLs, and a lot of them recently got like live action adaptation too. I don't know which one would be. What kind of? Which one do I like? I like the one like the best baddies live together just out of convenience, and they even get married out of convenience. But they both like each other. I really like that. The romance, like they both like each other, but they don't know that they like each other.
Kind of like Cherry Magic.
Kind of definitely. Oh, and Cherry Magic initially the protagonist boy was not interested, right?
Yes,
So
but he also got
yeah,
telepathic.
exactly. And I really like the anime adaptation of Yarichin Bichibu. I really like they went really far with that. I really want to see more of them. I keep reading the manga too. So I hope they have a second season eventually.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And no ganger.
Carlos from Boston. I have a quick question and just a couple comments. I love that you said your parents really said this for women. I have a lot of women in my family that I worry about Carlos, like, really wish he was here. And I thought it was interesting, the marriage thing. I'm originally from the Dominican Republic, and you don't have to take the person's, like, person that you married's name. Like, nobody in my family has done it, like, ever. So I thought that was interesting. And then my question was, I know you're traveling a lot more to the U.S.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite place that you've been, and what was like the most like shocking thing that you saw when you came to the U.S.?
Okay, so wait, the place I haven't been in but I want to go in the US first?
Yeah, so you've been traveling more to
Yes.
the U.S. So what was your favorite place from the places you've been to, and what surprised you the most that's different from Japan?
I really like the architecture Washington D.C. a lot, and I'm like, oh, I do really like those important people live here. Yeah, so I really like the ambience of Washington D.C. A lot of architecture that you can just go visit, and memorial museums and all. So it was just interactive and visually very pleasing. Shocking thing. And it's not just Washington D.C. and also here. I go to anime events too, right? So people are feeling festive, even like from day zero. So I can smell a lot of pod. It's just, oh, it's America. It's America. So, yeah, that's the first thing I notice all the time.
Arigato. I hope you get to enjoy Boston. We have a lot of museums and a lot of interesting things to see. So thank you.
Thank you.
Hello there. So Josh earlier already kind of like took my question more or less about like what message you would give or like what you would tell yourself. But I'm kind of gonna rearrange it a little bit here and go a little bit further. So I don't know what you exactly wanted to be when you were growing up, but I'm not sure if it was reporter or streamer or JV actress, if any of those were in your idea or in your thoughts back then. But going back to when you were really young, before you even were going into journalism and all that, like what is something that you would kind of tell your very young self about like just kind of like reassuring is just like things can work out no matter like how much of a windy road you go on. Things might not go the way you want, but yeah. It's just,
And so how do I deal with when things are not going?
or more like if you were to meet your like I don't know your middle school self or your high school self, and you're like really starting to think about like what do I want to do in the future or what do I want to be. Knowing the things that you know now, like what would you tell that very young self in yours now?
Young self. Well, I would probably tell her, my young self, to study English. I actually did start seriously studying from high school, which was already kind of late. And until middle school, I just kept kind of flunking. I had to take a test, another test, because my test score was really low. And that happens a lot, and I thought I would never need to use English. Like, hey, I'm Japanese, living in Japan, so why would I need English? And yeah, now. So yeah, I would just tell her probably that you can have more possibilities and choices. So yeah, just study more, because once you start working, then you don't really have time to study, right? Because you have to make money, you have to earn money to survive, just feed yourself. So you can't really put a lot of time for just studying when you don't know if it's going to help your job, or if you don't know studying can directly make money. So yeah, if you're still in school, then just focus on study more, probably.
Well, your English is very, very good now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Daisy from the Boston area. I just wanted to ask, I know you do a lot of videos with like Connor and the Trash Taste Boys, and you find all these weird, interesting places to bring them. Is there a place that like you have in mind that you love to torture Connor with, that you that maybe he's refused, or like that you haven't got up to him yet?
I think the only time he said, "Oh, might not be a good idea," is when I did that in with another channel, a different channel. It was about women getting sexual pressure. It's called the male prostitution. It's not prostitution, because there's no insurgents. It's like a gray zone in Japan. There's a lot of brothels that provide like happy ending, but without insurgent. So there was a female version for that. They were willing to like, hey, like, you guys can just come in and they can see the act too. It's like, and I was like, okay, that might be too risque. Like, I didn't want his channel to get a strike or anything. So I did with a smaller channel, so that the audience might be smaller and less choice, less chance of getting reported. So that one, he was afraid of course, like getting like R-rated. Eventually, like, that video with smaller channel hit more than 1 million views, so that was actually a cool idea. I made the YouTube channel to make an article too, so it can be searched if any college students are working on like sex workers in Japan. They can Google and find that out. So that was definitely the video that I didn't try with Connor because I thought it would be too much because his audience is too big.
Is there any role you want to see him in, like any cafe that you'd love to?
Yes. Aeronautica face. I think, yeah, he is willing to try anything almost. So I really like that. Of course, he may complain as a rich person, like try to be cynical all the time. We recently shot another video because Connor actually wanted to try that again. So I'm not gonna say more because I want you to be surprised. But yeah, he voluntarily wanted to try some experience again because he thought maybe he could be better this time. So yeah, watch out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Taylor. I'm originally from Hollywood. I live in Boston now. So my question is in please let me know if this is like too personal. I know in some of your videos you've mentioned that like your parents weren't the most supportive of when you were working in the JV industry, and so I was just curious, like, where did you find your support system for that, or were you kind of just like really on your own, and like were there certain people you were looking up to through that?
Because I grew up with very controlling, they are kind of controlling, overprotective parents, especially towards me as a daughter, I guess. Again, they're traditional, so they think men can just grow up and then become a breadwinner, but women, like, you have to marry somebody, you know, rich, and they have that kind of concept in their mind. So they constantly told me that, hey, you cannot live on your own. There's an impossible, you cannot live on my own. Probably because they spoiled me, but I've been told that so many times, so I do enjoy being a financially solvent, independent, single woman now. That actually makes me feel stronger because of it. So I do actually appreciate the fact that I kind of severed time with my parents so that I could be on my own, so I could like myself more, or treating me. It's like dating myself, right? I like that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alex from New Bedford, and I'm not even sure if you can even ask this question, but I've always been really curious. So over here in the States, we've always been kind of had this idea that organized crime has a lot to do in the Japanese industry.
Yakuza.
Yeah, the Yakuza. So I'm just wondering, did you have any experience with that, or if you can't say anything like that, did you have any stories about that, that mirror you?
There's always been a talk, probably not like a manager or anybody who is like somebody who talked to actresses. There's always talk about the owner is connected to Yakuza, or this agency is like a completely, everybody came from Yakuza days, or they do look like, some of the managers look like delinquents. So you can just tell by the way they dress and how they behave. I don't know anybody personally, so I guess I have been maybe lucky. Because
And just one more, Ichiban or Kiryu?
no Majima.
I got my answer then.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm too tall for this. I'm Riley. Yeah.
You can do it.
I'm from New Jersey, actually, originally, but I live here now. So first off, as someone with a similar experiences on my resume, I appreciate how you are trying to like destigmatize sex work, like all over, so thank you for that. And my question is, I didn't know your book is only on Amazon, and I steal my father-in-law's Amazon Prime account, so what do I tell him when I order the book and he sees it in the order history?
You can say it's for the research.
Yes. Thank you.
I'm also from New Jersey.
I have two questions. One, do you still have, or did you have someone that you looked up to currently or respect highly?
That's like a real people.
You draw inspiration from anime and video games. So.
Yeah, a lot of maybe character, like 2D character, like a non-existent character, but also I get inspired by professional line workers like Connor or all the content creators, because they own their own content. In Japan, a lot of creators are kind of managed by agencies. But I feel like in North America or outside of Japan, they handle their content, they're responsible for the content, and they actually pitch their own ideas, and I feel like they're more in control and they know what they're doing, and I really respect that, so I like working with them.
And what is your favorite mini story?
Mini story?
From the Yakuza series?
Oh, okay. I like that Susumu-chan. Susumu-chan is like a very, very Yakuza looking, I guess 40-something guy or 50-something in diaper. I really like the Susumu-chan part.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Charlie. I'm from Quincy, just south of here. And I was wondering if you had any like tips or advice that you could give to yourself when you were just starting out as a cosplayer. What would that be? Whether it's like makeup tips or costume design or anything like in that sort of thing.
Well, I think makeup, costume-wise, I always try to be more authentic, like just attention to the details. I have been kind of prayed for some here and there, like doing like a male character but in a sexy way. In Japan, like when you are modifying the cosplay, a lot of foreigners like, don't like it because you're not taking it, it's not authentic, and they always kind of complain. I don't know. Yeah, you can just go F them, but I don't know. I guess like, just enjoy. I mean, you can just start from like wearing Luffy's hat, and then you can just wear your regular outfit. Eventually, maybe you want to have an entire Luffy outfit, and maybe you want to work out to have the Luffy body too. I guess you can just do it gradually.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So now I have about 10 more minutes. Oh, 10 more minutes. Hi, I'm small.
I'm Angela, I'm from Boston, and my question is, I've seen a lot of your collaborations with Connor and the Trash Taste guys. For a lot of them, what inspired a lot of that content?
Oh. Well, some of the cases, like, it just come to me when I'm like researching something cute or fun, and like, hey, this would be perfect for this person. So, the other day, like, I was thinking about baking, and I was just trying to find like very cute like decoration roll cake, and I was like, wait, it could be perfect for Emily, like Emily Chu. I just hit her up, hey, you want to make a roll cake together? We can design a roll cake, and then I thought that was definitely for her because she can draw and it's so kawaii and cute. Sometimes it just comes to me when I'm browsing, like looking for something fun. When I started making content together with Connor, I actually had the pole dancer thing from the beginning. But I didn't want, I don't know, scare him off. Pole dancing. So first of all, I was like, oh, there's a really cute latte art cafe if you're interested, something safer. And then when we shot that on the same day, I was like, did you have fun? Like, oh yeah, it was great. And like, okay, I actually have another idea. Gradually added more. And eventually, Connor started saying like, oh, do you have more ideas? Like, oh, thank you. Usually I was kind of used to people treating me as more like a one-timer thing because like, usually they want to just ask questions about my JV past or just focus on as retired or JV actress and then just focus on one aspect and we never see each other again. That happens a lot and understandable. Connor was probably the first person that said, hey, like, your idea is interesting, or you could just be you, and then I like to have you just as you, and have presence here on my channel. So that encouraged me to say, hey, goodness, let me look for more. And then I started to Google more and just try to have antenna all the time. So I guess, yeah, thanks to Connor. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to talk with you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Roberto. I'm from Boston as well. So, two things I wanted to ask. One, is it actually true that you skipped out on religion in school to just watch Digimon specifically?
I didn't leave school. I just stopped going to church on Sunday morning because there are a lot of good Sunday morning shows in Japan. Like Purikua and a lot of Tokusatsu and Digimon too. So I was like, I can't go to church anymore.
So therefore, your anime, your religion is anime.
Yes, exactly.
So follow up to that is, as a longtime anime fan, you have a pretty eclectic taste, or you've seen a lot of different kinds of things. What's a more obscure show that you wish was more popular, that you would want to like evangelize like a religion? That you wish were more
obscure shows.
Both in Japan or here either.
Oh, there's so many, oh my gosh. Oh, well, in North America, I feel like Metante Conan, Detective Conan, because the case close is not as popular as in Asia.
Not nearly.
Yeah, and you see, like I try to watch case close on Crunchyroll so that I can watch with English sub. Then I noticed that people only leave comment, like 30 comment, whereas on One Piece, like 3,000 comment. And I think that's, like they are equally popular in Japan. So like some of the shows that are popular only in Japan, but not in outside of Japan, or not in North America, or vice versa even. I think Cowboy Bebop was more popular here than in Japan. Well, after what happened with Netflix, I don't know. But yeah, those shows that haven't been featured much. I was a little, not mad, it was just a little bit surprised and disappointed when Summertime Rendering, yes, that was last year, 2 years ago, it was only available on Hulu or Disney Plus, so not a lot of people, yeah. So I guess not a lot of people didn't watch it, even though it was a good show and also a good read on manga. So I was hoping that it can get recognized. It didn't even get nominated for any categories in Crunchyroll Anime Award. So I was devastated. It could be because of that, I don't know, the choice of broadcasting. But then the Heavenly Delusions won or got nominated for many categories, even though it was only available on Hulu, so on Disney.
Well, that was simulcasted in that case.
Oh, I see.
It was released as it came out. So that was normal.
So yeah, some of the show I think just couldn't be watched by a lot of audience because there was no way of watching it. So I hope that those shows can have some chance to be, rewatched one day.
Right. Thank you. Enjoy your stay in Boston. If you go to Dunkin's, I recommend the Boston Cream.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be fast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hello, my name is Crystal. My favorite group collab videos you've done has been the gambling ones, specifically like claw machines and gotcha games.
You know, see as like gambling.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask, what was probably your favorite poll from like claw machine or gotcha?
I go for plushies a lot. And we did have a video when we try to sell items and they try to make money. But you can't make a lot of money from plushies. They're not always covered with boxes. So I like a lot of plushies. I actually still have the Snorax backpack from the hall. So anything like big plushies.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, we can go three more.
Yeah.
Hi there. As somebody with so much success throughout your entire career, is there one achievement that you personally, even if it's small, like kind of hold near and dear to your heart? What's your favorite achievement of yours?
I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't be too happy. Like even when you have, I don't know, a little bit of success over there, I guess you want to keep craving for more, and that's what you motivate you to just keep going in your life. So I really cannot think. When I was in the JV industry, when I got the ridiculous time stop scene, I was like, I've seen this. Like I've seen this in manga or anime. So I actually enjoy that.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, I'm from Queens. Just a quick question. Is there any cosplay that you wish to do that you haven't had a chance to yet?
I am actually commissioning seamstress, somebody who can make cosplay. That I want to do this horse spinner in English from One Piece. Her real name is Speedo, but the horse lady cosplay. I really want to do it, and I'm commissioning the dress part in Japan, and I'm actually commissioning somebody in the US to have the body part, and then maybe combine together at like AEX or something this year. So that's my grand project. Thank you. Okay, next question.
you also ask two quick questions, relatively quick ones. It was so I was like, first one was who out of all the stuff you've done, let's say who would be like the most enjoyable person you work with, and if it was Connor, like which video?
Okay, let's go with Connor. Oh, I already said Tokusatsu was my favorite, but there actually still probably like 5 more videos that we shot but haven't been uploaded yet. I don't know how much I can spoil. I suggested to do beauty day, like one beauty, the whole beauty treatment day. And we went to chiropractors or really interesting looking treatment. And I was like, oh yeah, I can use the Connor's money so that I can I got the treatment too. And I was like, what, yeah. Because for him it's like a torture. So I was like, oh, you know what, I can do it together. Like, I can do it with you, with your money. And then my skin got rejuvenated thanks to that. That would be my favorite.
Final one was which humor do you find most entertaining? Connor's or Chris Brock?
Wait, Chris streams that much? Wait, Chris is more YouTuber than streamer, right?
Yeah.
So you asked which is the better
Well,
streamer.
no, I said like which humor, like who's not the humor you do?
Who's funnier?
It's funnier.
Who's funnier? Well, they're both British, so like, they got like a different type of citizens going on. I haven't watched the Office UK version yet. I've only watched the US version, so. And I heard the first season of The Office was kind of like mimicking the UK version. And I didn't like the first season that much, so I don't know, I stay neither. Obviously, all the things I said, I guess you shouldn't tell them.
Well, thank you, Kaho, for answering everyone's questions. Do we want to do the...
Right. Or you're not making
Oh,
notes
yeah,
and
I
like,
read
so who do you think? Okay. Wait. We can call that. Okay, that's the question. Our favorite question is Connor going to be a model for you? That's different.
Thank you so much, Kaho. I know that you are not a regular at Anime Boston yet, but I hope that you will be in the future.
I hope so too. Thank you. Tomorrow is Saturday. I will join another game charade panel during the day, but except for that, I try to stay at my booth in the autograph session, autograph area, autograph hall. So yeah, please come by if you have any chance, and I hope you have a good rest of the con.